What's going on, guys? Girls, Rob here, and first half of the second game today, featuring the Buccaneers and the Saints. Pretty much the Buccaneers gave the first half to the Saints. Byron Leftwich's calls made no sense. He had 3rd and 1, 2 different occasions, and had Tom Brady throwing the ball 20-plus yards down the field. I don't understand that at all. The Saints, I think, got outplayed. And on top of that, their kick returner is hurt. This is a prime place for the Buccaneers to win this ball game. Like I say, they don't have Taysom Hill, and now they don't have their best kick returner. All right. Look, when you have 3rd and 1, get the first down. Do not throw the ball 30 yards down the field. I don't understand Byron Leftwich's calls. He is sad if this is Bree's last game. Well, I mean, he's had a good career. I want to see Tom. I want to see Tom go up against Rodgers next week. That's what I want to see. I think they can beat him. I don't know if Breeze right now with his conditions, I don't know what he would do in 20-degree weather next week. And we know Tom can play in it. The defense for both teams is playing really well, no doubt about it. But my goodness, Byron Leftwich, get a brain in your head. You weren't that good a quarterback to start with. Remember that. Try to help the other guy that can play, that has played for 20-some years. And I realize he's just a second-year offensive coordinator, but man, oh man, 3rd and 1, 2 different times, had Brady throwing the ball 25, 30 yards down the field. I don't understand that at all. Stupid play calling. Otherwise, the defense has played great for Tampa. They've done everything they could do to keep them in the game. And then the running game is starting to come around for Tampa now, and that's exactly what they need. I would say Tampa probably got outplayed 60-40 in the first half. And if they play a 50-50 game in the second half, they can beat this team. They should be up right now. They should be up. If one of those 3rd and 1 calls they would have made, chances are they go down and score 3, maybe 7. So they should be up points right now. They should be up, and they're just playing flat as far as and the thing of it is, you got to give a lot of credit to the Saints. I mean, even 3rd and 1, they were ready for a 25-yard pass play. That catch in the end zone was awful close too. It was a very close call. What's up, Tribe fan? Yeah. Cleveland's got a little reason to be a little pissed too, because they had a couple of calls go against them today. They had a couple of calls that went against them, and they could have easily beat the Chiefs. They could have easily beaten the Chiefs, but Baker was not. He was not nearly as efficient today as he was last week. Exactly. You can't let Henry run for 13 yards. I don't care if you leave a guy wide open down the field. You can't let him beat you with his feet. Exactly. You can't do that. We're going to find out for sure tomorrow about the condition of Mahomes. 99% chance he has got he had a concussion. Now, Bills fans are saying you can't let him play next week, NFL. You can't let him play. That's not the case, though. We know the situations. They generally, after 5 days, will have Mahomes probably playing. After 5 days, they would probably let him play. If it was a Thursday night game, probably not. He'd probably be out. But after 5 days, they're going to let Mahomes play against Buffalo. It may not be the same. I'm telling you. Look, guys, I've said all along, when you become a running quarterback, when you become a guy that's going to hold on to the ball all the time, you become fresh meat. I've said it. How many times on my channel have I said Lamar Jackson is a good quarterback until he gets creamed? How many times have I said it? And it finally happened last night. It finally happened. He got pounded. Now, Josh Allen, he can't keep holding on to the ball either. He holds on to the ball way too long, and he doesn't think he can get hit. He's 6'6", yes, but he can still get hit. He better watch out for that stuff. Brady, he'll unload it. Breeze, he'll unload it. They'll both get rid of it, and we know what we know Rodgers will. So watch out for the NFC now. I thought the AFC was going to win this thing going away, but right now, with Mahomes in his shape right now, and I tell you, the Bills are beat up a little bit. They're not a team. They can't afford many injuries. They've got a couple right now. The Bills do. It could be, next man up for either one of these two teams. Chad Henne, I don't think can beat the Bills. I don't personally think he can. I don't think he's going to have to, but Mahomes, he holds on to the ball too long. They will hit him. They will hit him. Mahomes got hurt today. He got laid out. Concussion. He got taken out of the game. And Chad Henne came in and finished it all for him. But he didn't throw the ball. He ran. But it's he got pounded, and it wasn't a dirty shot. The guy got a hold to him and actually kind of done a DDT with him into the turf, but it wasn't a dirty shot at all. The way he ended up turning. So he never came back. It was never a chance he was going to come back. He ran to the locker room, but when he got up, he was. He was falling in three directions at one time. That had to be scary for Kansas City fans. But we'll see. It's a 99% chance he had a concussion. It's a 100% chance because otherwise he would have come back today. Okay? He would have definitely come back in this game. Now we got to see the severity of it. We saw him run to the locker room, and he looked like he was running pretty decent, except he still had that hobble, too. Don't forget, he's got a foot injury, too. He's hurt. He is hurt. It's actually like a stone bruise on this part of the foot, the inner side of the foot. So it's kind of like turf toe. And it's kind of in the front of the foot, on the inside. But you could tell when he was throwing it today, he was not throwing it with very much accuracy at all. Cleveland defense hit him often, and they kept hitting him. And I've said all along, just like, and you weren't here a little while ago, Keith. Did you watch last night's game? Lamar Jackson got hurt. And I've said all along, running quarterbacks, it's not if you're going to get hurt. It is when you're going to get hurt. Yeah. Let them have him, right? But you cannot survive. Look, and I'm not a Baltimore hater, guys. I'm not a Baltimore hater. But you cannot be a Lamar Jackson, okay, and think you're going to go to the Super Bowl and win. You're not going to do it. You can't do that. You just cannot win with that type of offense. Okay? That college, yes. Pros, no. You cannot count on a guy running for 3 times more yards than he throws for. Run for 200 yards and throw for 60. It doesn't add up. You got wide receivers out here talented for a reason. You just cannot do it. You can't have it. And yeah, I think they're sold on him just because he was the NFL's MVP last year. But look, the longer they stick with Lamar Jackson, the longer the rebuild is going to be in Baltimore. Because right now they got themselves one hell of a defense. If they went out and got themselves, oh man, there's many quarterbacks they can go out here and get. Anybody but Deshaun Watson, anybody but Deshaun Watson, you don't need him. He's tearing that whole city of Houston apart, and now they hire a coach of color, and he's still pissed. I don't know what he wants. But he's flipping off the hook anyway. So all I know is this. Anybody, I said it before now. I said, look, a guy that throws for 400 yards a game, 9 games with 400 yards, 8 or 9 with 400 yards passing, and you win 4 games for the season, you got a problem at the quarterback position somewhere. Something's happening. Defense. No, we hear out later that a lot of people within the organization says he was chewing everybody's ear all the time. They got tired of his shit. Well, Randy found this. He's still throwing 400 yards after Hopkins was gone. The problem is Watson. Watson's clearly the problem. I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole nowhere. He was still throwing for 400 yards. He was still getting 110 passer rating. The problem is they said at meetings, anything, he was screaming, throwing furniture. He was uncoachable. That was the word they used, uncoachable. Look, what can anybody? They already fired a coach. They fired a coach mid-season, and they still didn't win but one more damn game. I mean, what the hell can you do? Oh no, they won 2 more games. You cannot appease a quarterback but so damn much. You either have to go out there and tell a quarterback, this is the way things are going to be. You're going to play in this offense, or you get rid of his ass. Well, I'll tell you. Look, I'm like this about the situation. If you've got a quarterback that throws for 400 yards and keeps a 110 passer rating, you can have the worst defense in the league. You should win 8 games. 8 games with no defense. Ask Tom Brady. Ask Tom Brady. And he wasn't throwing 400 yards up in New England. He was throwing for 300. But look, when you get in these shootouts and stuff, you got to win the games. And this guy's just not a winner. He's not a winner. I don't want to do with him. I'll just finish my first Dice United game. Came down to the last attacking game. Very cool. Need to keep Fuller healthy. Like the air core. Yeah. Remember the Chargers back in the 80s? Coryell threw a lot of times. They had 450, 500 yards passing with Fouts. Lost. There was a difference. It wasn't that Fouts wasn't – he wasn't going back in the locker room and having problems with people. They had no – and when I say no pass rush, none. Houston had 2 guys this year with 10 sacks. They were able to get to the other quarterback. Yeah, they were fun to watch. But they had guys that was able to get to the quarterback this year. Their defense was not the worst in the league. They just got put on the field a lot. They had short, he would go down and do 4 plays, that kind of stuff. And they were on the field for better parts than 38 to 40 minutes a game, and you can't have that. Yeah, Fred Dean, he played a lot of places. Played 49ers and most. Who do you think is going to win tonight? I like your Bucs. I like your Bucs. They played. They got outplayed the first half. Now, now somebody the Wizard needs to go visit Byron Leftwich. 2 times in this game they've had 3rd and 1, and they threw the ball 25 yards down the field. I'm wondering what the hell. The wife sitting there and said, "Was that 3rd and 1?" I said, "Yeah, 3rd and 1." Throwing the ball. Now look, I realize you're trying to throw it over coverage. This is not a game you do that. 3rd and 1, you try to get a first down. You try to get that first down. Marino, Duper, and Clayton, huh? Never was a Marino fan. Marino to me is a whole lot like Phillip Rivers. I never liked him. I never liked his attitude. And I'm not a Rivers fan either. We're going to find out, what they say, February 1st? February 1st, I think, is when we find out if Rivers is going to retire or not. I say he's not. I say he's going to stay. I say if Breeze loses today, we'll know tomorrow. He may even say it tonight. This is his last game. But it's a shame for Breeze, and I know a lot of people are big Breeze fans. 3rd and 1, yeah, that's the old all-star situation. But look, I don't care who you got. And my God, who's got more running backs than Tampa? LaShawn McCoy now. I heard his name mentioned the first half, and I'm like, dude, you used to have 5, 10 teams that would be like, yeah, hell yeah, we'll give a 3rd round, 4th round, 2nd round pick for LaShawn McCoy. Came from Buffalo, came from Philadelphia. He was a hell of a runner. He's, I guess, in the twilight of his career, wants to finish up down in Tampa. They've got Fournette. They've got 3 or 4 guys who can run the ball. 3rd and 1, you run a football. Okay? And Tom, how many times have you seen Tom Brady sneak your ball? 3rd and 1. I just don't understand that call. 3rd and 1, throwing it 25 yards. And twice they lost the ball because of that, because they had to punt. One time we thought it was an interception. He only got 1 foot in. But I'm like, why would you be throwing the football, man? It's so stupid, especially when the kick returner early in the game, we kept running the ball back. You don't want to kick to him no more than you have to, but he's hurting out of the game now. They really tried to make an example of him, because you could hear after they hit him, they were talking stuff because all of a sudden Fox turned all the volume off. They weren't asking him how his grandma was. Trust me. I'm telling you, they did what they set out to do, talking about Tampa Bay. They wanted to hit him and hurt him, and they hit him and they hurt him. And that's exactly what they wanted to do. Give it to Lynch, run the ball, why pass the ball 3rd and 1? Yeah, well, you guys know how I felt about what how many years ago was that? 4, 5 years ago? One of the Super Bowl wins, I said the Super Bowl MVP is Arians safe for next year. I don't think so. I think Arians can get fired. Tom and Arians are not friends. They don't get along. And I don't think Arians gets along with the ownership that good. I think the only way Arians stays is if they win a Super Bowl. And I'm not even sure then, but I think if they lose this week or next week, he's gone. But I said one of the MVPs for the New England Patriots was Pete Carroll. When they threw that football 1st and goal, it wasn't 3rd and goal. It was 1st and goal at the 2. And Malcolm Butler came out. Oh no, not Malcolm. Butler. What was his name? Was his name Malcolm Butler? No, that was not his name. Who was the guy that made the interception, guys? I don't have the guy that made the interception in the Super Bowl to wrap it up. Butler was his name, but I don't think it was Malcolm Butler. It does sound right, but I don't believe that's it. but it may be. 3rd down and 1, give me Houston Oilers at Earl County. Look, dude, 3rd and 1, you're in the playoffs, right? 3rd and 1, you're in the playoffs. I don't care which one of these 8 teams is playing this weekend is playing. You hand the ball off and you try to get 1 yard. And if you can't get it, then the 4th down's always behind it. Don't throw 25 yards, though. I mean, I think that's a good way to lose your job, too, if and I'm talking about Byron Leftwich. Yeah, I wish I had my phone. If I had my phone, I don't have it right here with me right now. I got it back in the other room. But Butler intercepted the ball. And the same guy was benched for Super Bowl a few years later. It might have been the same guy. Where are the Houston Oilers? Houston Oilers, number 1. Yeah. So look, don't make the game harder than it is. If you're an offensive coordinator, look, if you're losing 7-0 in the first quarter against Carolina Panthers in Week 6, maybe you can do that. When you're in the playoffs and you're up against a team that has beaten your ass twice, they've beaten you twice. You got a 3rd and 1. You don't try to go over the top, especially with 2 deep safeties. That's tough. Get your 1st down and keep driving. They act like they don't want to drive down the field, and that's exactly what they need to be doing. Run the ball some more, and then throw these little short passes. If they get the chance for some outs and ups or in and ups. Who did? Touchdown? Yeah. Touchdown Saints, so that's 19-13. Touchdown Saints, so they've got a chance for an extra point. They're going to be tough to beat. I have not said the Saints are just chopped liver. I not at all. They beat Bucs twice, but their kicker's missed an extra point already today. I doubt he'll miss this one. 20-13, so he makes the extra point as well. So it's 20-13. He makes the extra point. But look, I always heard that the coach is supposed to be on your side. Offensive coordinators should have the mind of the quarterback. Look, let's get a 1st down. Now let's get a fresh set of downs, so let's do some more. Can Mahomes possibly not be out of protocol when they play next week? Yes, Keith. If Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Wednesday he'll have an examination. He'll have to go to the neurosurgeon with that too. If it's proven that it is more than just a basic concussion, it's pretty much called a concussion 2. If it's a concussion 2, then they'll look at him again Friday. Friday, they'll do another CT scan on him. This game here may be a lot scored in the second half. Could be. They're going to be playing some loose zones on Tom, I believe. They're going to make Tom pick them apart. We'll see what happens. If they keep playing man with them, I think you're going to start seeing some PI penalties on the defense. Now, we'll see. See if it happens or not. But, yeah, if they consider a C2 concussion, that's what they call it, then Friday they'll have him go in and take another CT scan. And then if he's still not cleared there, Sunday would be he would probably be questionable. That's Henry's going to be taking some reps. I'm sure he will be taking some reps. If I were guessing right now, I would say 75% chance that Mahomes plays next week and starts. I think if you're the Bills, you got to be prepared for Mahomes. I think you got to. Henny is not going to beat you with his legs often. And the thing of it is, look, I think if you're the Bills and Henney plays, you blitz him every down. You blitz him every down. You don't give him 3 seconds to even guess which way to go. You make him run for his damn life. I would be sending 4 and 5 people every play. If I play 3 down linemen, I think Mahomes starts too. I think it's going to be very hard. But you got to watch out with Mahomes now. He was limping bad. He was limping really bad. I'm not sure that I wouldn't be blitzing him next week too, because when he was putting pressure on his back foot, he was throwing the ball real high and sometimes to the right. He was not on target much today. He was not throwing the ball particularly well. So a week, especially with turf toe or inside bruise, if especially a stone bruise, it won't be gone in a week. Whichever one plays, I think you got to put some pressure on them. I really do. Now, flip it around. Josh Allen cannot be holding the ball forever. He's getting pounded when he runs, and then he's looking at the official and smiling. I'm thinking to myself, dude, you are lucky the other guy's name ain't got a 52 on his back with Lewis on his back, because that guy would have cleaned your clock and he wouldn't have asked you any questions. These guys let him off a little bit last night. They really did. But in the playoffs, normally, you run through a guy. I don't care if he's quarterback or not. And he can't keep playing that way, because he's playing when they say that he's playing on with house money. And once in a while the house money is going to run out, and then you ain't going to have nothing. And that's the way he's been playing the last 2 games. He's been getting hit a lot. He really has. We see the offensive coordinator for the Titans. Offensive coordinator for the Titans, Chris Godwin, taking some big hits. Oh, he has. He's gotten pounded tonight. How about Carson Wentz? I thought after, would you say the best quarterbacks in the league are still playing in the playoffs? Yeah, most of them are. I've said all along, Lamar Jackson to me is not a top 10 quarterback. I'm sorry. He's just not. Tua, he's got to develop. Dak's hurt. The guy from the Cardinals, he's small. He doesn't impress me that much. The best quarterback out of the playoffs right now is Russell Wilson. He made stupid mistakes. He really did. He made stupid mistakes. Jared Goff, he made dumb mistakes as well. It's some good quarterbacks still left in the playoffs now. It's 5 good quarterbacks, and probably the 5 best. Probably the 5 best out there left, if I were saying it. Trubisky and Cousins are not in the top 10. Sorry. No. Nick Foles either. Next person was going to throw Nick Foles. And okay, if you're going to put what's the name of New England up out, I'll say it real quick. No, Cam Newton is not a top 10 quarterback in the league. No. Garoppolo, no. Smith in Washington, no. And I've said a long time, for Dallas, the best thing that ever happened to them was the quarterback getting hurt, because now they don't have to pay him $40 million, because he's not worth $40 million either. Dak Prescott, sorry, he's not worth $40 million. Carson Wentz, Tannehill is like this. He can come out. He's a whole lot like Baker Mayfield. He's capable of throwing for 450 yards. And then the next week he comes out, he can play the same defense and throw for 145. That's Tannehill for you. Tannehill is a good quarterback at times. But Fitzpatrick right now, Fitzpatrick would be one of the quarterbacks I would say right now, If I could get him on my team, that's who I'd go after. That's not playing in the playoffs. Out of all these great starters, all these great guys making $40 million a year, I would probably go after Ryan Fitzpatrick and say, "Hey, would you come to my team start?" Two reasons why. He doesn't throw a lot of picks, and number two, he's a pretty tough guy. There's a lot of suck-ass. Yeah, there are a lot of them that suck at quarterback. You're right. There are. There's a lot of them that suck at quarterback. And Deshaun Watson, probably the best talent of all of them. But between his head is scrambled eggs. Between his ears is scrambled eggs. Hey, everything to him is black, white, and we gotta fight for a reason. It's bullshit. Come on. He's pissed about the new coach. No coach, a black guy. He doesn't know what he wants. That's what it amounts to. He's playing for all these reasons on his jersey and not for the team, and that's his problem. I didn't say he's not good. I would rather have Fitzpatrick. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. They're playing for another reason, whether it means Nike or, oh, how about LeBron? LeBron, he lost his soda sponsor. Was it Pepsi? I think it was Pepsi. He had for 9 years. They left him. Oh yeah. How about this one? Carson Wentz. I was just telling you guys about this. Carson Wentz. You remember when he got benched? Now we're finding out that it wasn't all the coach's deal. One of the offensive linemen, an unnamed offensive lineman, went to Howie Roseman and to the president. What's up, Alex? Went to Howie Roseman, the GM, and the president. And we don't talk too bad about the Eagles front office. I know we don't talk too bad about it. Yeah, the Browns put a good fight up today and said, we have taken a vote as an offensive line, and we want Carson Wentz benched. The very next game, he got benched. They never talked to the coach. They never said one word to the coach. An unnamed offensive lineman. So they asked Jason Kelsey, the center today, and anybody but Brady in this. Oh man, I want Brady to win this game. I hope Brady wins it. Love to see him put a 7th ring on his finger. That would be so cool. So they went to Jason Kelsey, right, in the locker room. They were putting some stuff away, and he had 2 other linemen with him. He said, "I can promise you one thing. I didn't say it, and my 2 cohorts right here didn't say it." They later found out that it was indeed a healthy person on the offensive line that said it. Coming down to it, it looks like Brandon Brooks. Brandon Brooks of the Eagles is the one that went to upper management saying, you need to bench Wentz. I root for Brady just because so many root against. Yeah. Who has the worst gas in sports? Offensive line coach for the Eagles is going to be the offensive coordinator for Alabama. If you can't tell he comes to Tampa Bay out of nowhere or good and the playoffs come on. Well, look, hey, I'm like this about it. He played in New England for 19 years. Made the playoffs every year. He left, they won 4 games. He left, they won 4 games. At the beginning of the season, I had people telling me Cam Newton's going to take him to the Super Bowl. Cam Newton Cam Newton is a nothing quarterback. I'm sorry. He came from Carolina, MVP 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Nobody wants him no more. What's the funniest sports player's name? I don't know. I can't. But Jeff Stoutland tells you that he carried the team as oh, yeah. There's no doubt about it. Tom Brady carried that team in New England. Right. Now, Tampa totally different. Tampa, he came down here and they had pieces and parts already. They were already what did they come up with last year? 6 wins, 7 wins. Interception. Yep. Tom did throw INT right there, though. Cocoa Crisp. Jeff Stoutland heading to Alabama as the offensive coordinator. So I'm like this about it. Tom Brady never once, or was it a fumble? Never once won less than 9 games. Ever in New England. Who will be the next 49ers defensive coordinator? Well, I'm hearing some names getting thrown around, but I wow. It'll be interesting. I got a Justin Herbert rookie card. Been hanging on. Justin Herbert's a heck of a player. He's a heck of a player. Now, I think had Kansas City lost today, the Chargers would have their brand new coach right now. And I think he's coming out of Kansas City. I think his name is Eric Bieniemy. Defensive coordinator, next San Francisco defensive coordinator will not be Rahab. No. Ken Norton Jr. Where's Ken at now? Joe Burrow rookie card is worth a lot. It's going to be worth. Who are some sleepers for the 21 draft? You boys know my sleeper. My boy is a sleeper. If the 49ers ask real nice, he may allow Rivers to be the defensive coordinator there. Oh, Rivera. Now, if we can get Rivera out there, that'll be fine. Then we can actually hire a real head coach. You guys know my sleeper for the 2021 draft. He would be a top 5 pick, but he plays on the wrong team to be a number 1 pick. I guess. I'm bummed Carolina didn't make the playoffs. Bridgewater stinks. Now, you know what? Bridgewater's not that bad a quarterback, man. Look at his numbers this year. He had better numbers this year than Cam had the year before. Bridgewater wasn't what lost it the season for them this year. They had holes in their defense, and their running attack wasn't the greatest. Once McCaffrey got hurt, they need McCaffrey. He had to throw it once they couldn't run the ball. Once McCaffrey got hurt, they had to throw it. Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite will be Bears quarterback next year. But, man, I tell you, the 49ers, that's all. The 49ers are equipped to win right now. If they can go out here and get a Matt Stafford, the guy from Miami, put him in there, get themselves a defensive coordinator, right? And just make sure you get another offensive lineman. Wouldn't hurt. But what's a blockbuster trade we might see in the NFL? We don't see blockbuster trades in the NFL no more because it's all because of the general managers. They don't want to be looked as dumbasses. Has Denver concluded Locke isn't a guy? I think they're going to keep Locke. I think they're going to let him play next year and see what he's all about. To me, this is a trade that I think would help both teams. depending on who Philadelphia gets as a head coach. Trade Carson Wentz to Houston. Bring Deshaun Watson to Philadelphia. Give Houston an extra number 1 pick. Touchdown Buccaneers. Oh, really? Is it tied? Did you hear my idea for next season, Rob? I have not. But what if they did that? Deshaun Watson to Philly, Carson Wentz to Houston, an extra number 1 pick, and maybe a player, maybe one of their defensive players to go along with it. I don't know. Off topic. Who do you think wins the Daytona 500? Your worst driver, bruh. The driver you hate the most. He knows how to win it. You got to admit. He's won it, 2-3 times? 20-20 now, yeah. I'll go back in there and watch the fourth quarter in a minute. But, yeah.
2020.
Yeah. Have to run all my ideas by Sean. But Danny, yeah, he's won it. How many times has he won it? 3 times, I think. Not Kyle, the one you really can't stand. I wish Kyle would win it, but I don't think so. Now, not Joey. The one you really hate. The one you really hate. Chicken legs.
Our show's coming on.
Oh, okay. Our show's coming on at 9:00. Now, I think Hamlin wins it. I really do. Well, time for me and my wife for couples TV now. So what, folks? What do you want to watch with your children tonight? Yeah. What do you want to watch with your children tonight? Cut it on Showtime and watch Shameless. No, probably not. That's what we're going to go watch right now. Did you reveal the date of your Mexican translation video? Oh, it's Kyle Larson won the Chili Bowl. Yeah, Kyle Larson, he's racing well. It's not so PC. Rob not being PC. Go back. It's like 2 months ago. Watch that video. I did not change it. I didn't change the name of it. But you guys take it easy too. I'm telling you one thing. I went back and watched a little bit of it, and look, I don't like watching myself on my videos, but that night I started singing that damn Spanish, that Mexican music and stuff. Oh my Lord! I was just running around outside with just underwear. Did you listen to some of it, Keith? If you guys haven't seen it, go back and watch it. I really, it's funny as crap. Randy.
Bob, it's one of those.
Oh, okay. So it's not okay. We'll keep watching the football. Oh, okay. You heard it live. Okay. We'll go back and watch football then. Yeah. So Shameless will not be watched by us tonight. And we like to watch it when the whole crowd is doing crazy shit, but it's not going to be. So Tom's going to pull something out the hat, win it. Maybe by a field goal, but hey, that's all you got to do is win it by a field goal. So, hey, they're keeping it close. They're keeping it close. And he's never lost 3 times to the same guy, same quarterback ever in a season. Boo Brady says, Danny, we'll be back after the game, post-game, whether the Saints win, whether Brady and the Bucs win. We'll try to be back for just maybe a 10-minute post-game. And 20-20 right now in the third quarter. You all have a great evening. I hope you all had a good weekend, and God bless, and happy Monday to you. If you're off tomorrow, join me. I'm going to try to have wrestling tomorrow on the channel. And that's for you, my man, Arnold Hunter, okay? Rob going to fart? No, Rob doesn't have to go fart. No, Rob's all right. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.